What's up, boys and girls? I hope you're all doing good. Today we're gonna take a dive into the so-called Spider-Verse, or should I better say Troubleverse, that is happening in Marvel industry at the moment. Most of you guys have probably already watched both Spider-Man Miles Morales movies. Those of you who still have not, I highly recommend to do so. Unique style of animation, new Spider-Man, new story, and new Spider-People, which I found really cool because I'm a huge Spidey fan. Now, back to the topic. This is Miles Morales.
Hey, it's me, Miles.
No, not you. You got enough going on your own. The Miles Morales I'm talking about is Shameik Moore, the actual voice actor behind the character. He played Miles Morales in the last two animated films, also in a short one called The Spider Within, and is expected to return in the third upcoming film, which is rumored to be released either in this or in the next year. Everything seems to be fine. There is also a new Spider-Man animated TV show that was released this year, so the hype is on the good level and Marvel can always count on Spidey to keep audience around. However, there has been seemingly new trend going on in the film industry lately, when the criticism is not just coming from public opinion, but the criticism is rather caused by someone from the film cast. And not just someone, but the lead actor himself.
It's Hollywood, baby.
Here is the situation. Shameik Moore and his co-star Hailee Steinfeld, who voiced another lead character Gwen Stacy, aka Spider-Gwen, both were doing several interviews as a part of their film promotion. And once it all got public, fans have noticed some odd thing coming from Shameik's side. And that odd thing seemed as flirting attempts towards Hailee, which she, based on her reaction, didn't really like that much.
It's easier to be Miles flirting with Gwen when I'm looking at Hailee.
You're looking at her, right?
Yikes!
Perhaps some of you might say, dude maybe got nervous, maybe he was misunderstood, because Hailee Steinfeld is a really good looking actress. So when something happens once...
I was very happy to work with Hailee.
Okay, fine, let's say it's just an incident. When something happens twice...
I'm gonna watch Paper Moon, just so I...
So you know.
Just so I can, be closer to Hailee.
Fine, maybe coincidence. And when finally something happens for the third, fourth, or more times...
Even before we worked together, even in the first film,
Yeah.
I feel like the chemistry was
there?
and it
Alright, stop.
The eyes, Chico. They never lied.
Then it's obvious there is a certain pattern of wrong moves you make and wrong words you say that cause such an unwanted opinion of you. Especially when you're a professional actor and stand behind such a famous character like Spider-Man, you gotta get yourself prepared that every word you say,
Imagine Hailee,
and every move you make, we'll be watching you, Shameik. Yes, we will. After all, it still doesn't seem like a big deal. I mean, come on guys, which one of you never fell in love with someone that didn't feel the same towards you? By the way, there is still a happy ending in the story, which is Hailee Steinfeld's announcement of engagement she made on her ex account formerly known as Twitter with a professional football player Josh Allen. So unlike Miles Morales, our Gwen Stacy has found her Spidey. More like a Flash Thompson, I would say. Well, I see more resemblance with that one. Seems like a case closed. But guess who's back? So, right after Hailee's engagement post, Shameik Moore wrote the following on his ex account. There is still more people to meet, more opportunities to come, and more chances to try. Leave, learn, apply. Learn, apply. Shameik, are you sure you're learning enough from experience and applying the knowledge you got to avoid making the same mistakes again? Perhaps we're being a little too harsh on the brother Shameik, cause if you don't know the story behind, it seems like a motivational advice to become a better person that Uncle Ben would give Peter Parker, Miles. Shameik. Gosh, this whole Spider-Verse is messing with my mind already. As I said before, maybe we're just overreacting, and Shameik, like any other celebrity on X, makes random posts occasionally. And if names are not mentioned, maybe we should stop seeing the devil in details. But again!
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
Instead of taking a break from all this Troubleverse saga, Brother Shameik is coming back. He's coming back with the following. Had no idea Hailey's engaged. Bruh, come on. Really? You didn't know? That's amazing. I'm here reflecting on my 2024 goals that are rolling over into 2025. God's timing. Bro, you played in 2 films with Hailey. Even though it was voice acting and you didn't see her that much, still. After all these promotional interviews you gave together and led to this controversial disputes, you still share a story with that person. And come on, there is more people to meet, more opportunities to come. So the dude gave his final response, and after all these attacks from the social media, you gotta give him a credit for withstanding all this pressure he got that might have affected his image. At this point, I guess I should have become a devil's advocate already. And in a show of solidarity, clap Shameik on the shoulder and say, "Brother, you did your best, but this is a failed romance." Anyway, so life goes on. Live, learn, apply. Case is closed, I suppose. So maybe by now we should all go home already. But little did we know about Shameik.
It's not over until I win!
And looks like Shameik vs. People case continues. But you know what? After being a devil's advocate for so long, I must say something.
Your Honor, I'm terribly sorry, but I can no longer represent my client.
What the hell? As I said before, when something happens for the first time,
Imagine Hailey, you know?
it's an incident. If it happens for the second time, coincidence. But after the third time you realize, it's some kind of a show. The show that one person began and doesn't want it to be over. And again, what's the problem, you might ask? The text is not about Hailey, it's not her on the picture, so no single reference to her. Probably Shameik is just announcing a movie or some project he's the part of. And I guarantee that everyone else would think this way, until you recognize who the lady on the picture is. This is Laura Harrier, the actress who played Liz Allen in Spider-Man Homecoming, the one with Tom Holland. So, due to the plot, her character is the main school crush of Peter Parker, before he somehow switches to Mary Jane later. And even though she didn't play in the next 2 films, but for one film, she allegedly becomes Spider-Man's girlfriend. And that was enough for Shameik to make his canon event happen. So there is a theory on the internet that every Spider-Man actor dates his co-star, who played either Mary Jane or Gwen Stacy, not just in the film, but also in real life. That happened with Tobey and Kirsten, Andrew and Emma, and finally it happened with Tom and Zendaya. So maybe Shameik saw it as his canon event opportunity that he had to make happen at any cost.
My queen! My wife.
But the theory says nothing about voice actors. I mean, there are a lot of cartoons and animated TV series about Spider-Man, and I never heard about voice actors dating each other. So playing Spider-Man on the screen and being the voice of the Spider-Man, these are 2 different things, I guess. No matter what Spider-Man you are, you must never forget that with the great social media power comes great social media responsibility. Little did Shameik know that responsibility for his actions would come pretty soon. So unlike Haley Steinfeld, who preferred to stay aside from this canon event drama and not respond at all, Laura Harrier did respond and released a short video on her TikTok account. And from what she said,
Which is weird. You're a weirdo. I'm sorry. You're a weirdo. And I'm annoyed.
it's pretty clear that she didn't appreciate what Shameik did. In fact, before releasing this video, she had asked him to remove the post cause neither she gave a permission at first that she's okay with her image being used, nor did she like all the attention that came with, especially that she was engaged at that moment. Oh brother, what's this thing you got with engaged actresses? At first chasing Gwen, then Liz, maybe MJ soon cause Zendaya is engaged too. Oh no, we're not going this way. And again, Shameik is getting this bitter taste of the internet reality. And this time, it was too much to handle. So after a while, he released the video with explanation, where he says that there was no ill intent, and the picture was added for aesthetic purpose only, and the text coming soon was a reference to his upcoming song that he was about to release. So guys, we can speculate all day whether Shameik truly had feelings for Haley and was just misunderstood, and the situation with the picture was no ill intent, or it all was the part of his canon event plan that he eagerly tried to make happen. We can only guess. Still, the internet did its job that soon affected Shameik's decision to delete all his social media accounts.
It's over! You've lost again and again and again!
Anyway, moral of the story. She's not your Gwen, you're not her Spidey. So it's better to keep your professional life separate from your personal. After all, no one in this canon event drama was significantly hurt. Well, except for Shameik's reputation. Haley Steinfeld and Laura Harrier are happily engaged in their relationship. Even Shameik seems to be back on the social media.
Hey, I'm Miles Morales, and I'm Spider-Man.
I'm Miles Morales, and I'm Brooklyn's one and only Spider-Man.
So guys, thanks for watching. If you liked this video, press the like button, please subscribe to help the channel grow, and write in the comments, what do you think about this whole situation? Do you think the lesson was learned, or there is something else Shameik is preparing for us?